Okay, we're going to look at the price all by itself. I don't want to remove all of my indicators, all these different lines that I have. So I'm going to go over to the fake account that we can use. Okay, QT demo, where we have $51,790. This is fake money. Okay, this is the money that they let us trade with just for fun. And we're going to go ahead and remove all indicators. All right, there it is. That's the price all by itself. Look at it. Look at it go. This price all by itself, you can have an idea how to read it. There are people that can read it like this. I have an idea how to do it, but it's not worth it. It's just, it really isn't. It's better to have indicators that guide you. All right. So we're going to put down our first indicator. What will our first indicator be? Well, what have we been studying? Bollinger Bands, right? So what we're basically doing is getting rid of all those other lines so that I can have better guide you better with the Bollinger Band. So I come here and I'm going to look for Bollinger Bands. There it is. Okay, I'm going to set them up to my liking, which is going to be 20 and 2. What does the 20 mean? The 20 means that the average line, which is the median or the middle line, is going to be, it's the average of the last 20 bars. So each one of these candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it's showing us the average of those bars. So this middle line, the light green line, is showing us the average of what we're looking at right here. And it's that average that allows us to know if it comes up here to above the top line, we know it's way above the average, and it will more than likely need to come down. See, that's how that works. If it hits up top, more than likely it's coming back down. If it goes way down below the average, more than likely it's coming back up. And we can see that. So there's a likelihood that now what it will do is start coming upward. It might last a little bit above that line, below that line, but then usually it's going to start coming back up. These are risky trades. Anything we take, even though we know it hit here, it's got to come down. It hit here, it's got to go up. It's not always that way. For example, right now, I can tell that it's going to keep going up because the upper lip, right? The upper lip is what I mentioned to you. So I'm going to go ahead and bet $500. It's really not a bet, it's a trade. I hate to use the word bet because people do accuse us of being gamblers. But you know what? We're not gambling if we know what we're doing, right? It's not a gamble if you know what you're doing. So, and we do. Well, right now we're playing with Monopoly money, so we went ahead and, basically put down $400, but it's not our money. We put it down for this to go up for 10 minutes. For 2 minutes. Go above this line after 2 minutes. Anyway, that I shouldn't have even done that. What I'm really trying to do is to teach you about how this works. So the lines are getting wider, right? And that indicates volatility. It indicates that there's more and more people in the trade. There's more and more people putting their money down. And because of that, it's becoming more and more volatile. So as you can see, the upper lip that I saw that indicated it was going to start going upwards, plus the fact that we were going upwards here a little bit, led me to make a good decision. I would have made $400, right? But that's just what I'm trying to show you, that this middle line is really what it's all about. that middle line is giving you the average of what's been happening over the last, 20 bars or 20 candles. And as we follow that line, we are able to have an understanding. If the price is up above that line consistently, if it's up above that line consistently, like right now, we know that when it hits that line again, it'll probably pop back up. And that's exactly what it's doing. It's coming down to the middle line and it's popping back up. And soon it can actually start to hug the upper line and just stay there. And that's when you know you're really in an upward trend, right? So I'm glad you got to see that. I'm glad you got to see how that works. First, it's consolidating. It's just kind of like from here to here to here to here. And now it's actually breaking out. And of course, we just made $400. It says 960, but that's because it took us down $400 when we started, and then it adds the 400 and adds another 400. So anyway, plus it takes out the commission and all that kind of stuff. So there you have it. That's how that works. Now you see it had that little breakout, and now it's starting to consolidate again. It's starting to go back to where bouncing here, bouncing here, bouncing here, bouncing here. All right, that's that lesson.